I do a lot of estate planning work and a lot of real estate. And as I said, I represent municipalities and zoning hearing boards. I keep about 6 to 10 civil litigation cases going. That seems to be my average. I do that just because I've tried so many jury trials in my life that I like that work. And so I've kept that going. And then the DA's office is a part-time job, but it's more than that. It really keeps you hopping, especially there's no shortage of work, unfortunately, in Luzerne County. And when you get on a homicide case like I'm on, that's sort of all encompassing. So those would be the primary areas, though, where I practice.
And you mentioned, of course, you do work for municipalities and school districts. Can you run down the ones currently?
Yeah. I represent, right now, I've just actually resigned from a couple of my, because of night meetings and things. I did represent Chick-Shinny. I've represented the borough of Bear Creek Village for years. I represent the Jackson Township Zoning Hearing Board, Dorrance Township Zoning Hearing Board, Rice Township Zoning Hearing Board. I know I'll miss a couple here.
What about school districts?
School districts, I don't represent any anymore. I represented Crestwood School District for a number of years, and I was backup solicitor for Dallas School District. I've practiced with Ben Jones for many years. He's been their solicitor for years, but when he was unable to attend, and he did go through a period of time where he had an illness, I was out there quite a bit, and I backed him up, served for his backup at Kingston Township and Dam and places like that.
What is the process for obtaining those jobs? Do they look at a number of people, or do you approach them? Or
well, usually, I think I've done it different ways. I think in all of them, zoning hearing boards, you get appointed by the supervisors. Usually, you're in contention with a number of people. Now, in Chick-Shinny, they interviewed. I applied, they interviewed. School district, when I was back in Crestwood, applied and interviewed. I remember Bear Creek, I've been there so long, the borough's, you know, is our newest borough and our smallest borough, but I've been there, I think I was the second solicitor they had. That was an interview process, they interviewed people. I think I have gotten called by some municipalities on zoning hearing boards. When they know you do that sort of work, it's a specialty. They'll call and say, I understand you represent this zoning hearing board. Would you consider representing our zoning hearing board? That's essentially how that's gone.
And what about your time with the sheriff's office?
I applied for that. I didn't know Barry Stankus prior to applying for it. I had received a phone call that he was interested in accepting applications for people who would be interested in being solicitor to the sheriff's office. So I went, I interviewed with him, and I think his chief deputy was there at that time. I know of at least one other candidate that was applying for that, and I was chosen.
And you said 8 years was the time that you were...
I was there the whole time he served. He served 2 terms.